What's up everyone, Solar J here, and today I'm going to show you how I make DJ-like transition between patterns using the quick performance knob on the analog rhythm, and I'll try to show you a few creative tricks I found in under 5 minutes. Let's go! I prepared 3 pretty lame patterns just as an example, and they go like this. At the moment when we switch from a pattern to another, there's no tension, no emotion, the transition is abrupt and just doesn't work. So let's try to make things a bit more smooth. Let's start with holding the performance button, so we enter in performance edit mode and make sure that the quick performance button is assigned to this pad that we want. Once the pad is selected, we press track and select the track over which we want to add the modulation for the transition. Let's start with the kick. Once we release the track button, we are now editing the kick track for the performance mode, and we can add parameter locks. To add parameter locks to the track that is currently active, we have basically to keep the performance pad pressed and moving, in this case, the high pass filter cut off to add some variation. And basically, if we listen only to the kick, we get something like this. Okay, so now we would like to do the same for the other drum sounds, like the snare, the bass, and the hats. And unfortunately, after doing some research and reading the manual, looks like there is no way to just copy the performance that we made for the kick to the other sound. So we will have to do this manually. Let's go. So now that we added other locks, the pattern sounds like this. It's okay, but we can also add, for instance, some delay to the snare. And also another thing I like is making sounds emerge during the transition. Here we have like some noise that is completely filtered out. So we can make this emerge during the transition this way. So now we can try our first transition from pattern 1 to pattern 2. 2, 3, 4. Let's now focus on the second pattern and make some different parameter locks. But first, since we already did the transition on the kick and on the hats, we can just go ahead and copy this transition by holding function and copy performance 1, and we can just paste it here. So now at least the drums is doing what we want. But now we have other things to add. For instance, this guy is not filtered. We filtered it as well, some resonance. And then we move to the vocal samples and we detune it and add some bit reduction and also lower the level, as it's gonna be quite high. And now it sounds like this. So the noise is coming in, the sample is detuning and distorting, but we can also make this other sound that I have here a merge like this, like we did before for the noise. Another thing that I like to do is to add performance to the LFO modulation. So if we take this sample here and we add some sample level LFO modulation, we can just say, when I turn the knob, just go up in depth and also in speed, so that it sounds until as we turn the performance knob, the speed of the LFO is going to increase. And now we can try the other transition. There we go, transition between patterns on the analog rhythm. If you found some other cool trick while experimenting with this, let me know in the comments. As usual, consider subscribing if you found this video useful, and drop a like before you go. See you next time!